Hey friends, welcome to our Utsuk YouTube channel. This is our part 23 video tutorial on Java programming. In this video tutorial, we're gonna discuss about the abstract class and abstract method in Java. At first, we're gonna discuss about the abstract classes, and after that, we're gonna discuss about the abstract method and about why to use abstract classes and why to use abstract method. An abstract class is a class that is declared abstract. It may or may not include abstract methods. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated, but they can be subclassed. When an abstract class is subclass, the subclass usually provides implementation for all the abstract methods in its parent class. However, if it does not, then the subclass must also be declared as abstract. So generally, the abstract class refers to the class in which we use abstract keyword in front of the class, and whenever we declare the class as an abstract, then we cannot instantiate the class, as it means that we cannot create the object of that class. So whenever the abstract class are inherited or subclass is formed, then those subclass gonna implement the method that are defined in the abstract class. So if the subclass fails to implement all those abstract methods that are defined in parent class, then that subclass must also be defined or declared as abstract class. Suppose that we have the abstract class as a robot, and in abstract class there can be normal method or the abstract method. It is not compulsory that the abstract class must only have the abstract method, but it can also have the normal methods. And whenever you want to try to access the abstract class by creating the object, then we cannot instantiate the abstract class, as we cannot create the object of this class robot. So abstract method. An abstract method is a method that is declared without an implementation. It means that you only declare the method inside the abstract class, but you don't define or implement any of the body of the abstract method. Suppose you have the walk method, then you only declare it, but it does not have its body part or implementation part. So if a class includes abstract method, then the class itself must be declared abstract. So this is the abstract method. Then if the class contains the abstract method, then it should also declare the class as an abstract class. So this abstract method implementation part gonna be done by the subclasses, and if the subclasses also fails to define the implementation part of the abstract method, then that subclass is also referred to as abstract class. Suppose abstract class robot, and here is the abstract method inside the abstract class as abstract void walk. As I have already told that the abstract class cannot be instantiated, as we cannot create the object of the abstract class. So there might be question that why to use the abstract class or the abstract method concept, as we cannot instantiate or create the object and access the abstract class. Then what's the sense of using the abstract class or abstract method concept? So let's see why to use abstract class. Suppose that you have a vehicle class and it has the property as brand name, model number and the color, and you have another class as car, as it has the same property as brand name, model name and color, and you have another class as van, and it also includes the same property which the car has. Then why to use all these repeatedly for the multiple classes? So why not to declare the vehicle class and make these property include inside the vehicle class and access this property from multiple classes, as like car, van, bus, truck, or it could be any. So this concept refers to the generalization, and suppose that you are making the application regarding the vehicles, and if you want to instantiate the object of car or the van, then you will inherit from the vehicle class, and these properties are included here by inheriting the vehicle class, and you can instantiate by creating the object of the car. Or similarly, you can also instantiate the object of van and you can inherit from the vehicle class, as this removes the code repetition. And suppose if you are creating the object of the vehicle class and instantiating the vehicle and accessing the property as brand name, model number or color, then it does not provide any sense that if the vehicle is created, then it automatically falls under the categorization of car or bus or truck or any of the categorization, but only the single vehicles cannot be exist. So in order to prevent from creating the object of the vehicle, we gonna make the vehicle class as a abstract class, and by the subclass then it gonna implement the property of the vehicle class, and we can easily instantiate the object for the subclasses. So this is the main concept behind the abstract class. So let's see why we use abstract method. Let's say that Ramesh is creating one robot, as let's give this robot name as Ramesh robot. Now he knows that he could include the properties like walk, talk, dance and learn to invent the robot, but whenever the implementation part arrives, then he only knows about the implementation of walk method, but he don't know about the talk, dance and learn method. But he knows that it must have the properties to talk, dance and learn, but he don't know about the implementation. Then at that case he can define the walk method with the implementation part, and another function like talk, dance and learn can be defined or declared as abstract method. And whenever another person, or let's say Suresh, tries to implement the same robot, and whenever he reads the research paper written by the Ramesh, then he could know that he knows about the walk method for the implementation, but he fails to define the talk, dance and learn method. So at that time he could inherit the Ramesh robot functionality, and he could define other abstract method like talk, dance and learn, and he could implement the abstract method in their own class. So in this way we can use the abstract method concept while there are multiple users working on the same project, as like this abstract class Ramesh robot and abstract void talk, as he only knows about the walk method implementation part and he don't know about the talk, dance and learn. So he could define the method as abstract, and after that he could only implement walk method. So in this way he can launch his first version of the robot. So in order to understand more in a practical way, let's move to the NetBeans IDE. So let's open our NetBeans IDE. Let's create a project. Next, let's give this name as practice underscore 22. Let's remove out this comment. So let's rename this project as abstract demo. Now let's begin our practical section about the abstract class and abstract method. So at first I'm going to create one abstract class here as abstract class. We're going to use the keyword abstract here in order to create the abstract class, and class, and after that we're going to give the class name as, let's say here as first abstract class. Now inside the abstract class I'm going to define one abstract method such as void first abstract method. So as previously I have also told that whenever we create the abstract class we cannot instantiate it. So let's check that. Suppose I'm gonna make the object of first abstract class as obj1 equals to new first abstract class. So here it's gonna give the error as first abstract class is abstract, cannot be instantiated. So you see that we cannot create the object of the abstract class here. So let's remove out this. Now let's create another class as class second class. Now we're gonna extend the property of the abstract class here as extends first abstract class. So as we have inherit the properties of the abstract class here, so at first we need to override the method that are defined inside the abstract class here as void first abstract method. Now you can see that the error is gone, as if we don't implement the method that is defined inside the abstract class, then it's gonna give the error. So we need to implement all the abstract method that are defined in the abstract class as like this void first abstract method, and we're gonna simply print out here as abstract method implemented. So now in order to access this class, we need to create the object of this second class, as we cannot create the object of this first abstract class as it's the abstract class here. So in order to create the object, we need to create the object of this class and access the implementation part of this method. Second class obj1 equals to new second class. So whenever you create the object, now we can easily access the method that is defined inside second class, that is first abstract method. Now let's run this program. As you can see that abstract method implemented. So this one is the main concept behind the abstract class and abstract method. So let's discuss more about the abstract class here. Let's take the example of the Ramesh robot, as I'm gonna rename this as Ramesh robot. As in the implementation part, he only knows about the walk method and he gonna implement the walk method here, but he don't know about the method that is abstract void, let's say first talk, and abstract void dance, and abstract void lawn. As he don't know about this implementation part, but he only knows about the implementation part of walk, remove this out, it's not gonna be abstract here, so it's gonna simply walking robot. So as Ramesh is creating one robot as Ramesh robot, and he knows the implementation of walk method, but he don't know about the implementation part of the talk, dance, and lawn. So he could declare this all three method as abstract here, and he could only implement the function that he knows about. So let's remove out this class. Now let's suppose that there is one another class. Now let's suppose now Suresh has to implement the Ramesh robot, and he knows about the talk and dance, but he don't know about the learn method implementation. Then he can access the Ramesh robot, as and this class gonna be also the abstract one, because he don't know about the learn method, but he knows the implementation part of talk and dance. So he must override all the abstract method, and if he don't know the implementation part of this method, then that subclass gonna be also the abstract class. So let's create as abstract class Suresh robot. Now he can extend the class of Ramesh robot. So he need to implement all this abstract method here, but if he don't know the implementation part of this lawn, then the class gonna be abstract again. If he successfully implement all this method, then this class does not needs to be abstract here. So as I'm giving here as void talk, and he knows the implementation part here as talking robot, and he also even knows about the dance method, and he defines the dance method as dancing robot, but he fails to define the learn method, so he need to declare this here as abstract void learn. But if he was successful to define the learn method as well or implement the learn method, then we don't need here abstract keyword. So this class is not gonna be abstract one. But in this case, you don't know about the learn method implementation, so this class gonna be abstract again. So let's say there is another class as class Mahesh. Now he knows the implementation part of learn abstract method here. Then he could extend from the Suresh robot. Now he can define the implementation part of void learn. So he could implement the learn method here as learning robot. Now this class is not gonna be the abstract one because here is no any abstract method and does not have to be declare class as an abstract one. So all the implementation like talk, dance, learn and walk has been successfully implemented up to the Mahesh class. So whenever we want to create the object, we cannot instantiate this Suresh robot and this Ramesh robot, but we can instantiate the Mahesh robot as, let's make this as Mahesh robot, and whenever we create the object, we have to create the object of Mahesh robot. obj1 equals to new Mahesh robot. So now we can access all the method that is defined. Let's access sequentially as walk and obj1 dot, let's say talk, and obj1 dot, let's say dance, and obj1 dot learn. So this subclass is extending the Suresh robot, and again Suresh robot is a subclass that extends the Ramesh robot, and this one is the parent for this, and for this class this one is the parent. So let's run this program. So walking robot, talking robot, dancing robot and learning robot. We can access all the four methods that is defined within the Ramesh robot. So in this way we can successfully implement the abstract class and the abstract method concept. So I hope that you have easily understood the concept behind the abstract class and abstract method. So guys, we have made more easier platform for you to access all the coding section of our program that we have learned till date. Simply visit our website as utsuk.com, and in the courses section you can easily access all the codes that we have learned here about the polymorphism, inheritance. All the code are included here along with the video tutorial side by side, so you could easily access the program and along with the video tutorial. So if you want to start your own programming journey and develop your own website, then you can contact with us. Simply go to the contact tab and give your personal detail as name, email, contact and message, and as soon as we get your email, we will definitely respond to your message. And in our next lecture video, we're gonna discuss about the interface in Java. So I hope that you have easily understood the abstract class and abstract method in today's session. So we will meet you in our next lecture video. Till then, goodbye.